How is everyone today? This is my Minecraft server, quatorio, and in about a week, quatorio is going to be starting. So, I just thought I'd give everyone a tour. But first, oh god, ambience hot. First, you may be wondering, what is quatorio? Well, it's something made entirely by me, including all this terrain and this command block particle thing. All of this is made by me, and it's basically a 4 elements Minecraft server where all my friends, there's 3 people on each team. So there's fire team, air team, earth team, water team, and then me, Aether team. Aether team is basically just mods. But before we give you a tour, what I like to do is just list off all the player things. So let's start with fire, why don't we? You may notice I am a slab doll. This is just normal. So let's just get some smooth stone so it's more obvious. Okay, so fire is 1.5 blocks tall. This means they are the second shortest. They're the second shortest team on quatorio. So they're 1.5 blocks tall. They're gonna be this size. And yeah. Now they take damage when they're in water. I don't know what type of damage I made it. It was like either sting or something. Sting or like drown or something. But they take damage when they're in water. They have infinite fire resistance, which means they can go into this big old volcano and look at this secret tunnel. It's a cool old secret tunnel. In fact, there's a sign somewhere around here that says secret tunnel. Yeah, secret tunnel. But yeah. Okay. And we got fire resistance, we got what they're allergic to, we got their height. That's pretty much it. So let's go over the fire map. So fire, and by the way, everyone here, it's gonna be in survival mode. I'm just the only one who's in creative because I'm gonna be doing command blocks and stuff to update this thing for once in a while. So fire, essentially, they're gonna spawn here and you can see immediately. They have 3 ores. They have nether gold, so just all gold on the server. They have nether quartz, all quartz on the server, and they have so much ancient debris, it's just unfathomable. And I think only 2 of the elements have trees when they're starting off, so they'll just be able to get tools, just wooden tools, and go about their day. I don't even think they'll even try to head to mainland because it's survivable out here. But let me just give you an idea of how long it takes to, just how long it takes to traverse here. So I'm sprint jumping, avoiding these cracks, and TLDR takes a long time. Let's see, started over there, end up over there, and it's just so much time before you even reach this mainland fire area. Where there's all the gold, there's all the quartz, there's all the red nether trees, there's the big old volcano, of course. And I think that's fire done. So let's head to water. Now water's an interesting one. Because fire, you think it's hottest, right? Water is most definitely coldest because it had snow, and this wasn't intentional. This wasn't intentionally funny. But it's just snow next to Hell's Gate. And I think that's very funny. Oh, so I had we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so water is 2 blocks tall. They're the only one with normal player size. They are allergic to land. Well, not really allergic. They just have slowness 1 on land. But to compensate, they have conduit power and dolphin's grace underwater, so they can see further, they can swim faster, they can breathe infinitely, of course. And I think that's about it for water. Oh yeah, they're ores. You can see from here, the ice section has emeralds, and this place has coal, I believe. Let me see if I can find, yeah, coal. I built this map a while ago, months and months ago. I'm so glad it's starting next week. Yeah, it's starting next week, by the way. Did I say that? I probably already said that. But that's about it for water. There's this ice area. Oh yeah, and let me just. So all of them spawn on like the corner of the map, the barrier ones are. Let me just go there. So they're back here. They're in this like little pit. They're coming out. They're like, oh my god. They have slowness, so I don't even think they can sprint. So let's just go like this. And I think they're gonna just like try and get a vantage point, look for some trees, I think. There is all snow. I don't think this is what they signed up for. They get to the top of one of these hills, just more hills. And so we ended up here. Oh, that's not so far. It seemed further with fire for some reason. Maybe it's because I walk more, but let's move on to Earth. Earth has just normal Earth and it has the mountain areas. So Earth will be 3 blocks tall, real giants here. They're gonna have resistance, and you see this? I'm standing on leaves. They can't do that. Not just because the leaves, not just because in here they cannot reach. Just because they take thorn damage or something. I don't remember what it was, on top of leaves. And I did this because I don't know what Earth's weakness is. They seem pretty durable, so I made them have altitude sickness. No. They have mountains. What am I talking about? Altitude sickness. No, they take damage on leaves. If you wanted to make an earth-proof base, just get some. Just go like this. Bam. You are now earth-proof. Alright. And then, so back here, big mountainous area, tons of terrain, and in that terrain, raw iron blocks and iron ore. Why did I press tab? I don't know. But yeah, so they have tons of iron, metric tons. It's honestly crazy how much iron I put in here. So they're gonna have full iron armor, probably, because they also have a lot of wood to burn, and in mainland Earth, they have a bunch of redstone. So, there's redstone blocks, redstone ore, and I think, oh yeah, their effect. Earth has resistance. Either haste or resistance. I'm pretty sure it was resistance. But let's move on to air. I think I did something really cool terraining with air. Just these floating islands. And you can see in the back there, their expansion is the end. So air, shortest apart from me, they're 1 block tall. I'm a slab tall. Air is 1 block tall apart from me, by far the shortest. And they don't spawn out there because, like, usually they'd be right up with the barrier wall, right? And so they should spawn here, theoretically. But the problem with that is, for all intents and purposes, they're stranded. I mean, like, they can have food in the form of forest food, but really, there's nothing they can do to get over to there, apart from this whole thing, because the people voted for keep inventory to be off. And I'm hoping this works, because I force loaded the junk with the command, yeah. So if you jump in the void, you get slow falling, you're teleported to the top of the world. And so I guess they could just jump over to here. But I still do think that's better if they just spawn where I made them spawn. It was somewhere over here. And then eventually they can just bridge out here and get that. So they have amethyst ore here, lapis ore here, and a calcite, because why not? They have jump boost. And oh my god, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they have jump boost, and their weakness is they have blindness in light areas. So if they're in here, the block above them is not air, they have blindness or darkness. I don't remember what I made it. But that is the tour of the main areas, and we'll get to this little tower in the center in a bit. But first, so there's all this, right? How do you get diamonds? Because there's netherite. I won't put netherite with diamonds. This is the neutral territory known as Skulk. It's fully deep slate. You can actually see in air when Skulk starts, where Skulk starts. So just roughly this area. Skulk starts here, and it's just so ominous. And the thing is, every so often, when you're standing on the Skulk block itself, every so often, a warden will spawn right above you. So it's high risk, high reward, because there's a bunch of diamonds here. I'll tell you why diamonds are so important, because you can survive off the iron, you can trade with earth, but I'll tell you why diamonds are so important. So diamonds are here, and wardens spawn above you when you're in Skull. This is neutral territory, by the way. No one owns this. No one can own it. And let's get to this thing. This is the elemental obelisk. Will tower, go up these stairs, and you end up looking at, hold on, let's see. Alright, we're nearing the top. This thing, this particle thing, is a portal to the elemental hub. So this is, I'm probably going to fill it in with more areas later, but as you can see, going through here, I'm set to survival mode. You can see why that is. So I go through this portal, I'm in the market, and so this Jimbo Gemboy, you trade your ores for echo shards. Now why are echo shards so important? If we were to just go to, say, Eric Enchanter over here, echo shards for not only netherite upgrades, but all these enchanted books. These are the only ways to get these enchanted books. This is Andy Animal Butcher. Andy Animal Butcher. Why did I name him Animal Butcher? But he has saddles, he has leads, he has pigs, cows, whatever. All for echo shards. This is Larry Looter. He has all this stuff, armor trims, discs, banner patterns. So there's a few ways to get echo shards. Rory Rockman, you can trade deep slate for 1 echo shard, dripstone block for 2, sandstone for 3, netherrack for 4, basalt for 5, and endstone for 6 echo shards. Jimbo Gemboy is just cool, lapis, iron, redstone. amethyst, emerald, diamond, netherite. And this is obviously scales up to a stack because, well, it's much harder to get these resources. And then there's Willy Wood Boy. There's just logs, all the different types of logs right here. Then there's Gary Grass Person. He trades moss blocks, sea pickles, nether wart, pale oak leaf, and of course. So air actually has 2 trades here, while all the other elements have 1. And yeah, on the nether does have nether wart. Wanted to say that. The Eric Enchanter has all these enchanted books. And the Looter has all this. And that's about all of it for now. So, as you can see, when I was sent there, I was sent into adventure mode because if I were to just say go into creative mode right now, fly over these walls, it's just into the super flat world, and then they can escape into the super flat world, and of course we don't want that. So let's just go back here. Creative mode, and yeah, that's about it. Next week or sometime like that, I'll probably upload the starting of quatorio. And this has been my first video. And for now, Strange Falcon signing out. Hey, you, if you like what you just saw, consider subscribing.